Guyana, like many of the nations alongside it, is known for being mostly forest and jungle. It sets itself apart from the other Southern American countries in that its culture is distinctly Caribbean. In 1989, Angelique Rivera from Peru, along with 4 Brazilians, ventured into Guyana to spy out the land and begin to form relationships in their pursuit to begin Youth with a Mission in this country.
This is my song to the poorest king.
Jackie Roser had been pioneering bases for years, and still he would continue his calling in Guyana, making an official base in Parica in 1990. The following year, the discipleship training school began as a night school. Over the years, we would break up ground with local churches. Through worship symposiums and events like March for Jesus, YWAM became established as a reputable organization among the people. Around this time, we housed 9 street boys for a couple months until we could find them a permanent home. They are all grown up now, and one gives finances as he can to the boys' home he grew up in. In 1997, Jackie and Vicki Roser returned to the U.S., and Kimberly Cook took their place. Her involvement was with interior ministry, reaching the indigenous people living in the jungle. They have hosted numerous teams that hiked into the interior, provided much-needed medicines, taught them useful crafts, and most importantly, ministered to them about Jesus.
This wealth is beyond what men can give. So now my heart can sing, for my heart has.
In Imbai Madai, there was no church, no school, and a very poor health facility. There is a native pastor who left his past life living in the bush, received training through YWAM, and is now pastoring the church we planted there, and even working on a new building for it. The church started a feeding program. The government is now funding it and has built a kitchen for them to cook in. We also started up a primary school that has now grown to 73 students. Sewing machines had also been provided, and already they are teaching the younger generation this useful trade. Imbai Madai is now in the hands of Pastor Oren, but time and time again we pioneer into the surrounding people groups with community development projects like this one, bringing the gospel to the indigenous of Guyana. We have been working extensively to spread the word on AIDS and HIV. At the local hospital, many of our volunteers have been caring and ministering to patients of this sickness. In 2005, Kim Cook passed the reins of directing over to Philbert and Bino Henriques. But 11 days later, Philbert passed away after a massive heart attack. Kimberly Cook stepped back in as director and continued what Philbert had started in developing a better campus center for DTS and community development schools. Right now, our focus is still on community development, and we are looking out on 27 acres of land in Parica, asking, what does God see in this community? Right now, on our developing campus, we are holding movie nights, teaching kids how to read at our literacy club, and producing fresh vegetables from the garden on our property. There is never a dull moment for Kimberly Cook as she and the staff stir the pot of community transformation in Parica. We see on our 27 acres opportunity for a recreation center, skills training, and much more. Through all the work, we are advancing the kingdom of God by letting people know that the world's poorest king carries the richest rewards.
to the poorest king who ever lived.